Hey, Life Groups, welcome back and thank you so much for gathering this week. In his message this past weekend, Pastor Brant shifted gears just a little bit. We talked about what it means to serve. And in John chapter 13, Jesus gives us one of the most powerful examples of love and humility we have ever seen. It's right before the cross, and Jesus knows what's coming. He knows that the Father has put all things under his power and authority, but what does he do? He wraps a towel around his waist, kneels down, and starts washing his disciples' feet. Now, I think we can all agree that feet are gross, feet are dirty, and feet are just downright weird. But Jesus says that I've set you an example that you should do as I have done for you. And Scripture tells us that Jesus didn't come to be served, but he came to serve. And if we're going to follow him, we're called to do the same. And in Matthew chapter 25, Jesus tells us that we're to serve the least of these, those who are hungry and lonely and forgotten. And when we do that, we're actually serving him. So the question we have to wrestle with is, who are the least of these in our world? Maybe it's a neighbor who is struggling, or someone with special needs, a single parent who can't make Christmas happen for their kids. Maybe it's someone in addiction or isolation. And when we serve them, we grow in our relationship with Christ, because every time we deny ourselves to love someone else, we become more and more like Jesus. But Jesus also calls us to serve the body, which is the church. Galatians chapter 6 says, do good to all people, especially to those who belong to the family of believers. And 1 Peter 4 reminds us to use whatever gifts we've received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace. That means that every one of us has a part to play. So maybe for you, maybe your gift is hospitality and you could host a life group. Maybe you're good with your hands and you can join a grounds team or a setup team. Maybe you're outgoing and you can be a greeter. Maybe you love kids and want to serve in children's ministry, or maybe you're good with college students and you want to open your home to them. Whatever your gift is, use it. Because when we serve, God gets the glory and not us. So our hope and our prayer is that we can be a church that doesn't just consume, but it contributes. A church full of servants, not spectators. Because really, here's the truth. Saved people serve people. Saved people serve people inside the church and outside the church, in our city and across the world. That is how we become more like Jesus, and that's how the world sees him through us. Enjoy your discussion today.